Right, so we're recording again. Alright, so we're going to look at the Parry quarte or quarte. I don't want to say quarte because it sounds like quarter, and in French foil numbering, it's the fourth hand position. It is occasionally spelled quarte, particularly in the early 19th century when dictionaries are not as common and spelling is not as standardized, which suggests to me that they were pronouncing it quarte as well as quarte. But they also have like very obvious spellings of it being quarte. So my suggestion is that the pronunciation is not consistent in the period, and so my pronunciation is not going to be consistent now. Right. So the Parry of quarte starts cut number one. So cut number one coming at you. Then all you do is you turn your hand over to basically the same hand position as cut number one. So you sort of 45 degrees up, bending from the elbow. Bring your hand over, but you keep your tip center, and you bring your tip up so that it's at about 45 degrees. So you can see what I'm going to do. There's my trusty walking stick. I think that might be a bit easier to see. Just noticed in the video that it's all can be a bit difficult. Right. So, just a walking stick. Turn my hand over, lift my tip up so it's at 45 degrees. You see it's now well above my head. And point it out, it's now in line with the edge of my body. And if you've got a big mirror at home, you can practice this parry by just trying to line it up so that your thumb is in line with the edge of your body. So you don't want to over parry like this, but you also don't want to under parry because that runs the risk of being blasted through. So just come to here. And that's my parry of quarte. And then to return, all I do is punch forward and whip my tip straight down on my opponent's head. Cut number 7. Parry of quarte and riposte of 7. Guard, parry quarte, and riposte with number 7. All I'm doing for my riposte is I'm just viciously bringing my hand forward, and I'm keeping my grip of my wrist relaxed, and just pushing with my thumb so that I get this really quick whipping motion, and that's where I get my power from. You know, just a quick whip. Parry, bring my hand over, and riposte. Right, so let's practice that. I'm just gonna grab a different stick that's a bit lighter in colour. So you should all be able to see this a lot better. Given the darkness of the hall. Right. So turning my hand over, bending over, make sure I'm rotating from the elbow. I don't let my elbow drift in front of my body because that will collapse my structure. It will pull my shoulder forward, cause me to hunch over. I'll stay tall and proud. Bring my arm over, raise my tip, and parry, and then I'm going to riposte. Punching forward, drop my sword, let's get my stick into full extension, bring it through, bring it back to guard. So, parry, riposte. Parry, riposte. Incidentally, lunging is optional. I'm doing it because I've been sitting around all day. It's a good thing to get into the habit of, but it also can be a bit tiring. So whether you do it is up to you. Parry, riposte. Parry, riposte. Parry, riposte. Parry, riposte. Parry, riposte. And once more flood. Parry, riposte. Back to guard. Right, so that's the first parry riposte. To kind of give you a sense of what you're meant to be doing, you parry, guide your opponent's sword off, and then with the riposte, you're actually riding down, you're keeping contact between your hilt and the blade to keep control of them, and whipping around the blade. Alright, so are there any questions? Does anyone have any questions? That looks like a no. Oh, Jacob. When you describe the process of a cut 7 from Parry quarte punching forward fist, how high is your tip? Is the tip staying raised above the opponent's head when you punch forward? Yeah, basically the tip shouldn't really drop until you're probably about 2/3 through the extension. You don't want to do it as kind of a sort of punch drop movement. Punch, but when you get to about here, when you tip your sword, when your sword is mostly vertical, and you're about my arm is only a little bent, it's only for the final push that your tip drops, and it whips down really quick because your goal is to accelerate the tip to the tip as fast as possible. So here, and I punch forward, and actually, this is from the front. The point where my tip will drop, my arm is actually pretty much a full extension. Like my elbow is fully extended, but my hand still has a little bit further to go. It has to come back to the center line. My hand comes in kind of an arc. That's when I get to here, I'm arcing and I drop my tip. And that will accelerate the tip to be as quick as possible. Yeah, sort of. My boxing instructor actually had a really good saying for this kind of thing where he said basically don't try to be fast, don't try to punch hard, try to punch smooth. Because smooth is fast and fast is hard. And the idea is if you can get the maximum acceleration, you'll get more power. The same idea here where I'm keeping my tip in reserve and then trying to make it cross a very large distance, across quite a bit of distance. Like this is from being almost vertical to almost horizontal in a short space of time. That makes sense. All right. Cool. So are there any other questions? Also, does that answer your question, Jacob? Oh, sweet. Yes, I should have checked that first. All right, well, nothing else. I'm just going to stop recording for a sec.